What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast, episode 303. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing on this glorious Tuesday?
Doing good on this glorious Tuesday. Harrison, I had a big milestone this weekend. Big, huge.
I think I know what it is.
You want to guess?
I think Dad told me. What is baby slept the whole night, 7
Baby
hours, 8
slept
hours?
The whole night.
Yeah,
that's right.
From
About 10:30.
So
7 a.m.
Were you guys a little bit on edge?
Yeah,
because he was okay. So you guys still didn't get good sleep.
Not great, but
better.
Yeah, better. And then he ran it back last night.
Dang.
From 11 to 7.
Hell yeah.
Just great, man. I woke up feeling so refreshed. Not that like I am like I'm affected, but I'm not super affected. Like if he wakes up at 2 a.m., I'll go in, be the first line of defense, try to put him back to sleep. But most likely he's hungry. And that's where Alicia comes in to feed him. So she benefits much more greatly than I do. But
yes, yeah.
It's still nice to sleep through the night.
Heck
Big
yeah.
win. Didn't think we'd ever be here, but
well, I mean, he bulked up and now he's sleeping.
He's been bulking for the past 4 months. And now he is almost 18 pounds.
Jeez. Oh my God.
It's huge. Oh, and he rolled over today.
Oh.
By himself. Yeah.
All right.
He was working towards it.
Yeah.
For the past week. And then I got a text from Alicia while I was at work. She's like, he rolled over. And I was like, no way. And then I went home and I placed him down on the ground. And I was like, do you think he's going to do it again? And then a second later, he does it again. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
He does that now. And then he did it like 5 more times. So
heck yeah.
He's on the way, man.
Milestones.
He'll be crawling in no time.
Yeah. He'll be running up and down them stairs here shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool. Yeah. My had a pretty good week. It's finally, oh my God, it's finally starting to get warm again, man. I'm just I was
sick of it.
Yeah, I was really sick of it. But yeah, finally starting to get warm again. Had some real nice weather over the weekend. Our kids went with our parents to the beach, so it's been real quiet around the house. It's always a little strange at first, and then after that, you're like, all right, what can we do? Let's go somewhere. Let's do stuff. So we're chilling out tonight, but last night we went out to one of our like local favorite seafood restaurants. Got 10 oysters for like $10. They had it was like a Monday special. They're like 95-cent oysters. Like, oh my God,
that was not bad.
Yeah, they were so good.
Did you do any oyster shooters?
No oyster shooters. We did do they had like $10 pitchers of Mick Ultra, so we split that. But yeah, no. I think they have them there. I'm pretty sure. I think I've got them before, but yeah, no oyster shooters. But we did that. We did like a little crab dip. Oh man, it was fantastic.
Sounds good.
Came home and played some video games. Played a little Fortnite with Brittany for a little bit.
Nice.
Good.
Ups.
We got close. I think we came in second place at one time. We just got demolished towards the end, but yeah, it was good. And then we got going to go see the Mario movie tomorrow. So I'll definitely have impressions of that next week, and got some other stuff planned. So I'm taking Friday off. It's gonna be awesome.
So you're not taking the kids to Mario?
If I have a feeling that my mom might take Kellen,
Okay.
but if not, like if he really wants to go when he gets back, I'll take him again.
Okay. Are you gonna tell him that you went to see it?
Probably, yeah. Like, I've already seen it. You want to go?
All right, respectable.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see it now because I know it's going to be spoiled. Like, there's going to be spoilers on Twitter.
All the
God,
scenes are going to be spoiled.
Yeah, oh my God, can you believe, I don't know, so-and-so's in the movie? So.
Samus.
Yeah. But, so yeah, got a nice week planned ahead. It's going to be a lot of fun, but,
nice.
Nick, before we dive into the news and talk about the massive Zelda leak potentially, what games you been playing?
I'll start with Pocopia. I've been slowing down a little bit.
I have too. I don't know how I feel about it. Because I've locked in so many hours to this game.
I know
it's but
it's always sad because like there is always going to be the last time you pick up a game for a long time, and I don't know when that is. But I played a little bit last night. I got the Altar of Flame built.
Okay.
I got Moltres. I built it in Withered Wastelands.
Okay. Wow, you had to like clear out like a lot of space.
Yeah, like if you're going in kind of like the upper right hand corner,
yeah,
I created like this big ass platform and built it there. It looks horrendous when compared to the rest of the town. Yeah. But I did it, and it's there. And I got Moltres. That was fun. And I still need to build the other two temples somewhere. I might try to do it in like the Pallet Town area instead of trying to force it in one of the other 4.
That's where I did it. Was in Pallet Town. I
should have done that. Stupid. But yeah, so I've been slowing down a little bit. Still doing a couple of like little house builds here and there. But yeah, I still love this game. So
I need to dedicate time to just focus on getting more Pokemon and in the other areas and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I've slowed down. I finally completed the Mysterious Slate monument, whatever, and got that Pokemon for that. So that was really cool. That was kind of my goal, because I was just kind of every day just going through each zone and with Magnemite and just trying to find the hidden blocks, whatever, the gold blocks.
Yeah,
I will say, like, I understand that you want to have multiple of the same items like spawning, because like you may want to use a CD in more than one spot, or you may want to create fossils, like, you know, not just the one habitat. You may want to display it. So I get it, but I was getting a lot of the duplicate. Like I have so many CDs are the worst thing in this game. I hate having the CDs because like
they're unnecessary.
So I was talking about the gripes last week. Just like, you know, the inventory is just like it's not great. You know, I shouldn't have to be forced to make 1,000 boxes just to keep with all this stuff. But the biggest crime in this game, I think, is the CD holder doesn't actually hold CDs. Like, what are we doing? So they need to fix that, or maybe if you could just give DJ Rotom all of your CDs at once instead of just 5, that would help out significantly. But
yeah. But otherwise, great game, and I'm excited if they add any like significant content or new areas later.
Tomorrow they're running a 1-day event. I think if you log in, you get an inflatable Sudowoodo.
Nice. Let's get that.
Yeah. I'll have to log in for that one. So that's cool. But I hope they do like some sort of bigger style event. Like, I mean, the Hot Pit one was fine, but like after a day or two, it's like you kind of have all the stuff.
Right.
Hopefully there's like a pretty significant content coming later on this year. I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they don't treat it like Animal Crossing originally and just not have anything planned. Yeah, abandoned it pretty much. But yeah, Pocopia, incredible game. It's came out of nowhere for me.
Same here. I did go and finish Resident Evil Village.
Hell yeah,
dude! It's a banger. It's a banger. Like,
it slaps in third person. Oh my god,
yeah,
it's
dude,
so fun,
good
dude.
In third person, so good in third. Like I think I was too hard on the Heisenberg Factory because I
loved it this time.
Enjoying it.
Yeah. For some reason, like a replay of both 7 and 8 with the derelict ship, and then the Heisenberg Factory. Both of those I didn't love the first time through.
Mm-hmm.
And both these times, maybe because I knew what I had to do, and like you could just actually just play the game.
Yeah.
And not have to stress about where to go and stuff. But yeah, I had a great time in that facility.
Yeah, and then playing as Chris at the end in third person felt right.
Yeah,
felt really good.
Fun.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that game. I probably won't go in for another playthrough. I mean, this is probably my 5th time playing it in total, so I think I'm good. But I am making my way through 7. I just got to the trap house area.
Okay. Yeah.
So making my way through there, I did find out. I looked it up because I found that same toy axe that you found.
Oh yeah.
So right before you go into the trap house, if you go like to the left and through the bushes, there's a shadow puzzle that you use
okay.
the wooden axe to create a 7, like a shadow of a 7, and
Okay.
it unlocks a chest right there, and you get a stabilizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
But 7, dude, 7's hard.
Seven is difficult.
That boss fight with okay, what's the guy's name?
Jack?
Yeah, with Jack in the dissection area.
I didn't love it this time around.
I was like pulling my hair out. Like I died
it was
like
a
10 times.
little convoluted. I don't know. It was a little bit janky, I think. Like it didn't feel like it worked.
Because you have to use the chainsaw because you just don't have enough ammo to defeat him. And then it's super janky because you have to kick the corpses into him, and that stuns him for a second, but like not really long enough for you to do anything. And then he has the insta kill attack that he does. So that fight was pretty frustrating, but otherwise it hasn't been too crazy.
No, that's probably the most difficult fight in the game, and it's not even like it's difficult. It's just
janky.
Kind of bullshit. Yeah. It's kind of jank. But yeah, all the other, like the initial fight with Jack, super fun, super cool. And then the last one, I don't think you've gotten to that part yet, but that one's pretty fun as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, man, Resident Evil games just nail that first area. Like the Baker house is incredible. Even like going into the old house was really great. Like that was almost as good as the first area. It's just those bugs are super annoying. Yeah. For whatever reason, like I've been playing handheld, and I've been playing around with like the HDR settings and the brightness settings, and this game just feels incredibly dark in handheld. Like way too dark. Like you can't see anything.
Weird. I never played it in handheld, so I didn't experience that. But yeah, I mean, compared to 7 or compared to 8, it is a much darker game. In general. Yeah. But yeah, 7's fantastic. 8 is so much fun. Like Ethan is so fast. Like when you're running around, like so much fun.
Yeah. And then lastly, I picked up Meat Boy 3D today. I've only put about like 45 minutes into it, but I made it through the first world and through that first boss. Great game so far. Feels really good to play. Really snappy. It doesn't look great on the Switch 2, but and that's kind of surprising because it doesn't seem like that demanding of a game.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute myself in a second. But I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's not as hard as the 2D version, like the original Super Meat Boy. And I think that's just because 3D controls are more complicated, so they had to compensate for that by making the game itself a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But obviously, like I'm sure that's going to ramp up as the game continues. I remember like Super Meat Boy being super difficult, especially towards the latter end of the game. So
yeah,
I'm sure this will be the same.
Dark World and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dark World stuff. Yeah, but Harrison, tell me about Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah. So this got announced at the General Direct, or not General, the Partner Direct like a couple months ago that it was coming. And this one was kind of always on my radar. Because it initially came out on the PS5, and for whatever reason, I didn't have a PS5 when it initially came out. And then I just ended up never playing it. But yeah, I mean, it is a blend of, the best way I can kind of describe it is a blend, like a Dark Souls light. And I know like it's so easy nowadays to any third person action game is always like, people always say it's Dark Souls, but it is a little bit in this way because you do like you have your normal attack on the right bumper and you're heavy on the right trigger, and then like the combat it's actually pretty difficult. I just was on this boss fight and it probably took me 7 or 8 tries to get it right because I just kept getting killed. It is a little bit there is a little bit janky kind of because like in the boss arena, there's these flowers that you can. I guess let me back up. So yeah, it's a blend of Dark Souls, Pikmin, and maybe a little bit of like a Pixar movie as well, and some Zelda like kind of entwined together because it looks like a Pixar movie. Like the game is gorgeous. I'm of course playing on the Switch too. It is like a locked 30, so it's not super smooth. I was a little bit shocked by that because it's not like, I mean, visually it looks great, but it's not doing anything that's super demanding.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, after Resident Evil came out, like I don't think there's any excuse for most games. I know Resident Evil wasn't always at 60. I think they were targeting 60, but a lot of times it was in the 40s, 50s. Yeah. You could definitely feel a few frame drops in that game. 9 I'm talking about, but so yeah, a little shocked that wasn't not at a solid 60, but either way, it still plays great and feels great nonetheless. But yeah, basically what you are a spirit guide that you go through and you kind of guide spirits to the afterlife, the ones that are kind of sticking around. And you come across these little minions with the worst name ever because they're like adorable creatures, but they're called Rot, R-O-T. And you use them in puzzles to like move around objects. You can use them to help you find other rots. You can put like you can unlock little hats that you put on for them. So it's super adorable. And then you can use them in combat as well to like kind of immobilize enemies and stuff like that. Where I was coming to with kind of the jankiness of it is when I was fighting this one boss in this specific arena. There was 2, and basically what you're trying to do as well, there's like corruption going on, so it's like thorns and vines and stuff like that kind of all over the world that you have to, they have to clear out. And there's these 2 flower buds, and if you take your rot minions and put them on them, they'll attack it, and then you'll get healed for that boss fight. And there was 2 of those. And I did one initially, and then I was trying to, because it's on like a timer when you can actually use the rot minions. So you can't just kind of spam it to immobilize. You have to wait like 30 seconds.
Okay.
So I did that, and I was trying to target, because at this point I had full health. I was trying to target the boss, but it auto targeted the flower, and then I essentially wasted my 1 heal. Luckily, I at this point in time, the boss was almost dead. But yeah, like this game, it's got you just bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good, man. I really recommend it. But yeah, it's got like a parry mechanic in the game, which is, so it's like a shield. It's like a shield bubble that has, you can only take so many hits. But if you time the shield right, you do a parry and you have a couple seconds to attack. So it's kind of like maybe well, no, because another Crab's Treasure was weird because you had to have the shield on, and then you let it go to parry. But yeah, this one you just activate the shield, and if you do that in a timely manner, you can stun them and then get a couple attacks on them. Just unlocked a bow in the game as well, so it looks like there's going to be different weapons. I'm not sure if that's the only one, but I'm sure there'll probably be more. And then there's like a skill tree where you can do more attacks. And there was one that I just got where after you repel or after you counter, you hit the right bumper and you'll do like a follow-up attack. So there's at least some deepness to kind of the skill tree. Then you could find, like, if you do certain puzzles, you could find charms that you could pick up that will make your attack slightly stronger, or where you'll gain more health from like items and stuff like that. So yeah, it's there's something there. I was playing a little bit earlier and I was like, man, this game is good.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is the combat like arena based, similar to South of Midnight, where like you go into an area and it closes off the area around you when you're about to start combat?
No, the one,
it's like freeform.
It's not freeform because I haven't come across, and like there's not enemies out in the world that you can just attack. It's kind of more of you open up a chest and this chest turned out to be cursed and enemies will spawn. So it's kind of I guess arena based. I'm not sure if you can run away from those fights.
Yeah.
Once you've initiated them, but no, I haven't seen any enemies just out in the world where I could take out. It's more of like something happens to trigger the enemies come in.
Okay.
Like that specific boss fight. Like you jump into this hill and you're automatically taken down, and then you just kind of jump into the arena, and the boss fight starts. So I would say it's probably more of like South of Midnight, but the combat is way better. Like than South of Midnight. South of Midnight was serviceable. It wasn't bad enough to skip. I'm not kind of funny over here, but it was serviceable. But there wasn't really much deepness to it. This one seems like it's a little bit more in depth.
Yeah,
South of Midnight was.
South of Midnight was a great game.
It was.
I really loved the story.
Yeah,
of that one.
If it ever comes out physical on the Switch too, I might pick it up then.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it's come out physical on Xbox.
No, I thought maybe it hasn't.
I thought it was all digital, but could be wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, highly recommend so far. Again, I'm only a couple hours in maybe, but it's got some fun platforming. It's the main goal. I think you're trying to find these spirit masks to like unlock new areas. Like you'll put on the mask and then you'll kind of see how to navigate, or it'll open up for you. So there's 4 of those. So that's where I kind of get more into like a Zelda kind of thing.
Okay.
Getting like certain like medallions or whatever. So there's 4 of those, and then like so and then you go into this village and you kind of could see where maybe this is like the main hub. There's fast traveling and stuff, and there's like a ton of exploration. So it's, I wouldn't say open world because you can't just go anywhere, but it's kind of open zone.
Yeah.
But yeah. Again, there's like a ton of fast travel points, so it's there's a lot here to explore.
Nice. I'm excited to get into this.
Yeah, and again, like visually, like it looks really really good. Again, and it looks like a Pixar movie come to life in a video game form, which is really cool. The only like visually, the only thing I can think of is there is some artifacting happening on Kina's hair for whatever reason. Whenever you like zoom in, like when it's actually a gameplay. So not a big deal, but like in the cutscenes and stuff, everything looks fantastic. So
okay,
yeah, it's great. It's great so far.
Nice. Did you have any other games you were playing?
No, that's it.
Before we get into news, do you want to take a look at upcoming April game releases?
Yeah.
Talk through anything we're excited about?
Sure.
Cool. All right, coming April 2nd, Darwin's Paradox. Are you interested in this one at all? This is that like squid game, like playing as a squid.
Yeah, is it? I know it's developed by Konami. Is it in the Metal Gear universe?
I think it has stages that are in the Metal Gear universe. But I'm not entirely sure.
I have the demo on my Switch. I need to try it, but
I didn't know I had a demo.
Yeah, it's got a demo. But no, I'm probably not.
Okay.
I think it's got like a 73 or 4 right now on Metacritic, so it's not reviewing super great. But it looks interesting. I'll try the demo out maybe, but but yeah, it's not super high on my list right now, my radar.
Pokemon Champions, April 8th.
I'll try it.
Yeah, I'll try it.
I'll give it a shot. I don't really care too much for like the Pokemon. I've never have like for the Pokemon like competitive side. It looks like they have streamlined the stuff a little bit though, and got rid of like the IV stuff, which is why I never really mess with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll try it on my phone, try it on the Switch, see how it is. But I don't see myself sticking around too long, and depending on what the microtransactions look like, probably not at all. So
yeah,
we'll see. I'll give it a shot.
Mouse PI for hire, April 16th.
I'll wait for reviews and see.
It looks cool.
It looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see how much depth there is to this game.
Is this on Game Pass?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, it's coming out everywhere, but I think it's on Game Pass. Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream, April 16th. This one's on my radar. I'm going to wait for reviews, but
yes, it's on my radar. I don't know if I can go for another, like, I know this one's very different than Pokemon, but I don't know if I need another cozy game to get. But although like it sounds fun, like make
your friends and drop them in.
I saw one thing where it was like someone made Jesus in the game, and I guess you can like tell them. I don't know how they did it, but like every time he talks and after he ends a sentence, he says "Amen" every time.
See, that shit's funny.
Yeah. So this game looks ridiculous. So it's on my radar. I don't know if it's going to be a day one. I'm probably like you. I'm probably going to wait for reviews and see. Although, like, I don't know if I trust reviewers for this type of game because if you want it, I don't know. One of those things.
It's gonna be one of those things with this type of game. Pragmata, April 17th. I mean, this one I think we're both locked in on.
Yeah,
demo was fantastic. Good. I've played that demo multiple times and had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Vampire Crawlers, April 21st. This one's gonna be my shit. Excited for this one. And then let's see, and then really just Sorrows on April 30th. I'm gonna keep an eye out for this one, but it probably won't be for me.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about roguelikes.
You love them.
I'll wait for the reviews and stuff like that and just see how it is. And if it's just one of those games where it's like, yeah, you need to play this no matter if you're into that stuff or not, like I'll certainly give it a shot, or at least consider it. But hopefully they put out a demo for that. I wouldn't. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know if they did one for their other game, but I can't remember it. But
I don't think they did.
Yeah,
because I don't know how you demo that game.
Yeah,
aside from just releasing it for free.
Yeah, that's true. So it's I would say it's less on my radar than Tamagotchi Life, but it looks great. Invincible, you didn't mention this one. Invincible Versus. I am looking for reviews for that game. Because
nice.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited for her. I've asked you this before. Have you watched Invincible?
No. I mean, I've seen seen it in passing, but
it's man, it's damn good.
I still need to finish fucking.
The music is fucking excellent too.
Nice.
So yeah, it's good. What was the other, solo leveling?
Solo leveling, yeah.
Dude, come on, just lock in, brother. Lock in.
All I need to do is lock in for like 3 hours. I can finish the entire season.
Yeah, just lock in.
Easy work.
So April's not a huge month. I would say it's probably. Well, I mean, I guess how you look at it, like Replaced. You know, we didn't talk about that one, but that one's coming out on April 14th. That's like a side-scrolling action platformer that looks really interesting. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up or not, but it does look cool.
And then like Kiln comes out as well.
Is that April? Or is that May?
April 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
I mean,
I don't have Game Pass anymore, so
right. Yeah, that's true.
So I'm not gonna pick it up for it.
Yeah, I mean, May's gonna be big. May has Forza Horizon 6. It's got the new Yoshi. It's got 007.
Yeah.
So May will be pretty big, but April's
Batman, Lego Batman.
Oh yeah, Lego Batman.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty.
Bubsy 4D.
Yeah, Bubsy. Yeah. So, yeah, lots still some good stuff to look forward to though.
Pragmata,
man. Yeah, that's the big one for me.
All right, let's get into the news.
All right, Nick. Well, you wanna start with the first one?
Yep. So last week, Epic laid off 1,000 employees. This sucks.
Yeah, just kind of
it really just represents kind of where we're at.
Yeah, even the one of the biggest games in the world still, has to make these types of decisions. I doubt this will be the last layoffs that we see. But man, like, I hope it's one of the last big ones because I feel like just again going back to COVID times, like where the games industry just had a giant revenue spike because everyone was at home and people were getting into gaming for the first time. Stuff like Animal Crossing like took off, sold like 40 plus million copies, after it launched. So they saw a huge spike, and I just think these companies they're constantly chasing the dollar sign. And when do we lose the plot where it's okay to like have a steady line of income and not constantly have to make sales go up and up and see higher and higher profits? That's like if I were to run a business and I make one product and that product does well, and then the next year I launch a new product that's maybe in line with said product. Maybe there's a different version of it or whatever. It does something. And now I have two products that I sell. And then you look at the in the next year when you're looking at your sales over the last year, and all of a sudden at this time point, the sales aren't as high. And it's like, okay, well, the previous year we launched a new product, so it obviously increased our sales. So you can't, I don't know, you can't kind of like look at it that way. You have to look at the past, and you can't project or expect those sales to be even higher the next year. I don't know. Just to me, it doesn't work like that. And I don't know if that analogy made sense, but
it makes sense.
But it's I don't know. I think these companies are finally starting to, I don't know, even out, I guess, or I don't know.
Right. I mean, the demand is down, right? Like across gaming as a whole. Yeah. Not as many people are playing. They're like, we're never going to be at that point again where people who have never picked up a gaming console in their life are picking up a gaming console for Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just never going to happen again. Like, Pocopia got close, right? I don't think it's still not at that echelon at it as Animal Crossing was at, but
it's too expensive. Like,
and that's the thing, right? It's way too expensive to get in, even with the Switch 2. It's like it's $450, whereas with the Switch 1 back in 2020, you could get a Switch Lite for $200.
Yeah.
If you could get one, you could get it for $200.
Yep.
And like, that's just, we're never going to be there again. Like,
no.
Even if Nintendo puts out a Switch 2 Lite, that thing's going to be probably $350.
$350 at least. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably more it'll probably be $400 because I'm sure the Switch 2 will have a price increase by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're just not, we're not in the same landscape that we were, and companies are starting to realize that. And like, even Eidos Montreal just laid off 130 people. They were working on this huge Wildlands game that was like a quadruple A game that had been in development since 2019. Like, companies are investing so much money into these long-term projects, and when they don't come together, like, that's just money that is essentially wasted. Yeah. And we saw the same thing with Blue Point. Like, they had a project in development had the God of War live service game in development for years, and that got canned. And like, that's just a sunk cost. Like, that money goes nowhere now.
Yeah. I still think like that. I'd be curious, like maybe 10 years from now, like when we look back, like that was probably the biggest mistake Sony could have possibly done in the PS5 generation, was to announce or spend money on, first of all, 12 live service games. That's a ridiculous amount of live service that are all competing against each other, because that's also the problem now is there's too many live service games that are all competing for your time, and all wanting to invest in battle passes and all this stuff. And then you're, spending buku money in collaborations and paying IP, paying licenses. And you're constantly you're trying to do bigger and bigger to kind of keep up with, because the precedent that you set, talk about Fortnite and just other collaborations that other companies do. It's like it's never gonna. I don't know.
You've opened the box.
Yeah, it's Pandora's box of like, come on, like what, like when does it end? Yeah, it's crazy.
And like you're not only competing with other games, you're competing with TikTok and Shorts and Facebook. Like, anything that is taking people's time, that's what you're competing against. And I feel like people have less free time now than they did 5 years ago. And that's because of COVID. Like everyone was at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
Except for playing video games.
Yep. And people, people aren't, the dollar, is losing value. People aren't making enough money to meet means ends. And we're talking about a hobby for most people that, video games are. And it's getting insanely expensive, $70, $80 games now. Every game has got microtransactions. It's like, so everywhere you look, it's like you have to spend money in some sort of way. So yeah, I don't know what the answer is. I still think like AAA, like having, I still think it's good to invest in like AAA studios for single player stuff. And maybe that's where we'll finally start to come around. It's like, okay, all these companies have chased the live service bag and they made money. But now it's not nearly as profitable as it was, 2 or 3 years ago. So let's go back to what we knew before the COVID times, and let's make some really awesome single player experiences that once you're done with it, you're done with it. You don't have to constantly, make new seasons or do more battle passes or change the game in some way to keep it new and fresh. You just have you have the game, you make it. Hopefully it doesn't cost you, $400 billion to make or $400 million to make and 7 years of time. Like we can't have that anymore. We can't have studios spending 7 years making one video game 6 years.
Yeah.
Unless you're Nintendo, and then because you have so much other forms of revenue coming in that, you can afford the Zelda team to spend six years to make, an awesome Zelda game and the game to be done. And then you're just literally spending a year, fixing bugs and stuff like that. So not other developers are like that and studios. So as much as people talk trash about like Nintendo and how they've kind of run the Switch 2 era, which is it's definitely got its issues for sure. But one thing they're doing right is saving, like, not spending nearly as much. And also there's a problem with CEOs making so much money in the United States. Like it's a ridiculous amount of money, how much they make in comparison to their developers. And yeah, like in Japan and in other Eastern studios, like, the studio head's going to make a lot of money, or the owner is going to make a lot of money, but it's nowhere near as much as
it's not
some of these CEOs make. Where if they were, I don't know, you have $10 billion. It's like, oh, if I take $1 billion, I can literally give every employee I have $1 million and have a ton to spare. So it's like, what are we doing? But that's another conversation for another day. But
I mean, on the games piece, I think Capcom does things really well, right? Where they have their key franchises that they're supporting consistently, like Resident Evil, Street Fighter. Monster and then Hunter. They have like Monster Hunter, which is live service adjacent, where they're adding new content relatively frequently. And then they also invest in new IP like Pragmata, the Kinitsugami game. And then like what was that, like Robot Dinosaur game that they put out?
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was like a live servicey one too. I don't think. I mean, they didn't shut that down, but it's still. I don't hear people talking about that game, but
yeah.
But at least they tried something, But they have other, like you said, they have other games that sell extremely well, so they can kind of use that extra revenue to support some of the smaller stuff. That's how it should be. I mean, that's how
Nintendo does.
Yeah, that's what we thought Game Pass was going to be. Where you can create these really cool smaller projects that kind of add to like the fluff of Game Pass and to your big AAA studios. Stuff like what was that music game that the studio guy got shut down?
Oh, Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush, like stuff like that. Like that's what Phil Spencer said. It's like, hey, this is what that's exactly what he said about allowing some of their other studios to create like passion projects. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bigger issue with the games industry, and COVID just fucked everything up. It really did. Like it had its moments, and it was fun in the gaming world during that time. But I don't know. These corporations got a flash of what gaming really is and what it can be and money wise, and they just hired and hired and hired and hired and just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah. They thought it would last forever, and it didn't. And now it's up to Sony to develop a new pathogen, release it into the world, and create a new global pandemic so we can all be at home again.
There you go.
They're spinning up a new team.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on layoffs in general?
No.
Yeah. It sucks either way. It sucks that people's lives are in these corporations' hands and they didn't do a good job, but
right.
Oh well. All right. Well, let's go maybe into some happier news, or maybe not so much if you spin it in the other direction. But Nintendo confirms that there is a pricing difference, between digital and physical moving forward, starting with Yoshi. For this specific game, Yoshi digitally is $59.99, and physically it's $69.99. So a $10 price difference. Some people are speculating that this now means that Zelda is going to be an $80 game, and the digital version is going to be $70. So some people are thinking that it's really like a soft price increase.
Yeah,
which I could see either way. I hope it's not the case. I think 70 is already too much for a lot of people. Obviously, games are still selling extremely well. The Resident Evil is like 6 million copies now or something, 5 million. So people are still buying them, but I really hope it's not 80.
We will have to see what,
yeah,
like whatever the price of the next major Nintendo game is.
Yes,
and
right now we don't have anything.
Yeah, like I wouldn't consider Fire Emblem like contentious in terms of pricing. Like I think that would be.
I think they would be dumb if they tried to release that at 80.
Yeah,
I feel like that's gonna.
Even Splatoon Raiders, I think that would be a 60-70 split. But when we get to the rumored Zelda Ocarina of Time remake,
or the next Mario game,
or the next Mario,
yeah,
or Pokemon,
or Pokemon, when Winds and Waves, that could absolutely be
starting there. That's tough because they've only had one $80 game, and that's Mario Kart World.
Yes,
it feels like that was an experiment that didn't work out, and
They're definitely testing the waters. Like all these Switch 2 editions that are all $80. Like they're kind of.
I guess that's true too. Yeah,
they're looking at everything. Like how are these games still selling well? Even though the Switch 2 editions, are people buying it for the first time?
I imagine they are.
Yeah, they're using their variable pricing to figure out what is going to be the next step for their big stuff. Like we'll still see. Some of their we'll still. I don't think we'll ever see like a $50 game again from them. I think it's just going to be the 60. Yeah, maybe. Like Splatoon Raiders, like I could see being.
Is that going to be an extraction shooter?
That's what it sounds like. Like if we're just thinking about the title, but which could be cool. I don't know how that would work. I mean, I don't. I'm sure they could do something cool with it.
What's that mode in Splatoon 2? And Splatoon 1 and 3.
Oh, Salmon Run?
Salmon Run.
Yeah.
I guess that was more of like a tower defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that could be interesting. I don't know if I would pay $70 for that, but 40 or 50 maybe.
If they had like a good progression system.
Yeah.
Cool unlocks.
Yeah.
I could be into it.
So yeah, I could see either side. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to assume that it's.
I just doubt,
but
I just doubt that the next Zelda is going to be $60 on the Switch too.
I just can't imagine it,
digitally,
especially with Tears of the Kingdom being 70.
Yeah,
I feel like they set a precedent there, but we'll see.
I mean, but think how much more do you think they could have sold if they would just launch at 60?
Probably another million or two.
Instead of 70, like that's when people were like, "Oh my God, Nintendo's getting greedy. Here we go." Even though games have already been 70 before, on Xbox and PlayStation, but Nintendo's doing it. So, oh man, But I wonder if they look at that too and think, hey, if we would have just launched at 60, like you said, we probably could have sold a couple extra million. So maybe this is the new price point for everything. We don't know until that next big game comes out, and then we'll actually know.
Yeah.
So like Splatoon Raiders, like that could be like a $40 game, but 50 physical. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they just. That's all I'm asking for. Like, am I going to spend $80 for the next Zelda game or Mario game? Yes, I will, because I want to play those games and I know they're going to be high quality.
Mm-hmm.
But I would appreciate some of their other smaller stuff to be $30, $40. At least give us a little bit of a wiggle room for that stuff where we're not spending that much money on every single game that comes out.
Yeah, because
you never have sales either.
Yeah, like Kirby Air Riders. I feel like that could have been a $50.
Yeah, 50.
Or 50 or 60. A Star Fox, is that going to be $70? I don't know.
Like Prime 4, like what they should have made that 60 on the Switch too. Just kept it 60 across the board.
Yeah. Should we get into these leaks?
Yeah, let's do it. We're kind of dancing around them.
Yeah.
So Nate the Hate had a podcast last week, and I made a video on it. I'm still not a fan of knowing this stuff, but it's out there, so we feel obligated to talk about it. But I'd rather surprises just be surprises. But but yeah, so he basically said he doesn't expect a Nintendo Direct anytime soon, which we kind of figured with the Mario movie. That's going to make them a lot of money. They just launched the Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder. That's probably also going to make some money. And new Amiibos, that Talking Flower came out. So, and then the Yoshi game comes out in May. So like they've got a couple things out there. So they don't need to do it. I know a lot of people want it, but they don't need to do it. So I really don't expect to see one until June. But after this week, once the Mario movie releases, things can kind of just. And I think. According to Nate the Hate, he mentioned that one Ocarina of Time is coming in the second half of 2026 to celebrate, Zelda's 40th, and it's going to be like a remake, not a remaster that we got on the 3DS. So that is huge news for me. I am extremely happy about that.
You're vindicated now.
It's been rumored forever, and I'm just happy that it's going to be a remake that's coming. And not just a simple like remaster. So what I would want, like I want it to be like pretty true to the original. Obviously improve like the combat and stuff like that. And add like side missions and stuff. More side stories, more side quests, stuff like that. Kind of flesh out the game a little bit more. I think that could be really cool.
How do you want them to handle Navi?
Fuck it. I want to annoy these reviewers. Make her as annoying as possible. I mean, it's not like.
Do we want a Prime 4 situation again where everyone hated Miles McKenzie because he spoke one too many times?
I think anyone that reviews Ocarina of Time and finds Navi to be annoying are hypocrites. Because if you can't love the original Ocarina of Time and then play a remake that still has Navi in the game, obviously, and chat to do a lot, and then say it's bad because I'm annoyed and I don't want my hand held or whatever the case. Because because you can annoy, you don't have to talk to her in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
like she'll say, hey, hey, listen, and then but you don't have to actually conversate with her. But yeah, I would be not upset, but like I still want her to be like. A little bit obnoxious because like that's what she is. She's a fairy and she's wanting to tell Link what to do and how to do it.
And it's part of the charm. Like
it is, yeah.
When you think about that game, you think about the hey, listen, and like that gets ingrained in your memory. Maybe we're just being old about it and like stuck on nostalgic.
Yeah,
yeah, that was nice. And
it's not like she was like, again, like you. She says, hey, listen, you press up on the triangle button and then you talk to her and she might try to tell you where to go or something like that, but it's not like she's God of Warring you and saying, hey, this is how you solve that puzzle like 2 seconds after you enter the room. It's not quite like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of want it to be stick to the original. Um, again, flesh out like some of obviously the combat needs to be definitely improved. Give us a improve the Z targeting, all that stuff. Add side quest.
Flesh out Hyrule Field.
Flesh out Hyrule Field. Make it feel like actually lived in. Make the world feel actually lived in. And then so I can't remember in the story. I think it's when you first become an adult Link, Rauru just gives you one of the medallions. Like I would actually enjoy like a whole nother temple to get that medallion maybe. I think that could be really, really cool. I did see I don't know if this, I did see something earlier about them Final Fantasy 7 this game and doing one game.
That was an April Fool's.
Was that April Fool's thing? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I figured it
I saw
was,
that
but
too.
yeah, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna do that, and I think they would get fucking
They get
reamed.
roasted to hell for them.
Yeah. So yeah, very excited about Ocarina of Time Remake.
One more question
Yeah.
on this one. Art style. What do you want to see? I think they need to lean into the grittiness of the original.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
go to
I would say like Twilight Princess art style.
Mhm.
I want something a little bit more realistic for this one.
Yeah.
I love Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but I don't need like that cell shady. Like I want like a pretty good gritty like you said,
kind of like all those like Unreal Engine tech demos for Zelda.
Yeah, but those look like they're too clean. Like they look like they've had water splash on everything.
Yeah, it's
but yeah, something gritty, but not so far gone.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that could be really cool.
Yeah,
and then give me an option to press on the controller like they do with like the Halo games, where you can see the old engine versus the new. I know they're not going to do that.
Remake.
Yeah, they're not going to do that, but that would be really cool. And then also coming summertime is apparently a new, again, everything grain of salt, of course. Some people put Nate the Hate on this fucking pedestal, and like he's
the god amongst men.
The god amongst men. And you kind of like, did you listen to the podcast at all? You kind of get those vibes from him that he's like spouting out gospel, like, you know what I mean? It's
speaking to his followers.
Yeah. Again, I don't like leakers, but anyways. But yeah, he's saying that there is a new Star Fox game coming.
And this is like a classic style Star Fox.
Yeah, right? Classic Star Fox. Obviously, it's going to look visually impressive. Multiplayer as well. Star Fox is already confirmed to be in the Mario Galaxy movie. Confirmed by Nintendo themselves. There's a poster. I mean, he's in the movie. So this makes a lot of sense. And again, like when I say that after this week, I don't think we're going to get a direct until June, but that's not saying that they can't just Twitter drop, these announcements.
I think Raiders will get announced very soon and come out in June.
Yeah.
Like they're going to ride the high off of this Mario movie. It's like,
exactly.
See him in the game coming out June, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. And yeah, maybe have Glenn Powell play as.
That would be awesome.
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
Because he does Star Fox does talk.
Yeah.
In his games, and he talks a lot. So getting Glenn Powell to voice him would be really cool.
So I think this would be really cool. Like again, I hope there's more to this than just the classic Star Fox. Maybe there's something a little bit more in depth.
Mm-hmm.
If they really want this franchise to kind of actually sell pretty well, because obviously what they've been doing before has worked ish, but it's more of like nostalgia at this point. It's kind of similar to Metroid. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. My screen froze up. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I don't know exactly what they do, but hopefully they make it really unique, really, really cool. So
I think
I could see this happening. I think this is like all but guaranteed. It just makes sense that Star Fox is in this movie. I mean, they did the same thing with Donkey Kong, right? With Mario, the first Mario.
I was going to say, yeah.
So makes a lot of sense.
And they did say they want to bring back like older IP as well. and this is an old IP that has not gotten any love since the Wii U, and it was barely loved there. So
yeah,
I think it makes sense. Like, I'm excited for this one. I will definitely pick this up if it, if it looks good, right?
Yeah. And I full on expect, like he specifically mentioned this is like a new Star Fox game. I full on expect them to bring Zero over in some capacity to the Switch 2 or Switch.
Yeah. Streamline the controls, just make it a normal game and bring it over.
Yeah, that could be really cool. And then also Super Metroid Remake. This is the one. It's kind of, if you look at the history of Metroid games, they always like, new Metroid game, new 2D game, and then it's a remake of the original games.
Mm-hmm. And this one's next up on the list. This wasn't leaked by Nate the Hate, but another person had posted like a listing of leaks right before he put out his podcast, and that listing included like the Ocarina of Time remake, Star Fox.
Yeah.
And it also included Super Metroid Remake, and this is going to be a pixel art remake, which could be very exciting.
Okay.
Apparently being developed obviously by Mercury's team. So I'm pretty pumped for this one. Could come out this year. And then apparently Mercury's team is also working on a new 2D Metroid.
Gotcha.
And then I think the other thing that was kind of leaked was a new Wario Land potentially coming out this year. But like,
I wonder if that means Wario and Waluigi are in the Mario Galaxy movie.
I'm surprised they weren't in the original, but
Nick, you can comment on this one. Star Fox Zero was a monstrosity.
I don't agree with that, but it had its moments.
Yeah.
It didn't have a lot of fantastic moments, but once the controls clicked when they did for specific moments in time.
Because you like look down at the gamepad, right? To like aim down. Yeah. Okay. And then what was Star Fox? Was it Guard?
Oh yeah, that was like a tower defense game that was included in Zero.
Yeah. Did you play that at all?
I did. Didn't love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Fox deserves. I mean, they had Star Fox Adventures, which I did play on the GameCube back in the day. I think I rented it, and I never finished it. I remember liking that game. So that's kind of what I was hoping that we would get, or maybe like a blend of Adventures and traditional Star Fox. Could be really cool. Yeah, we'll wait and see. But again, like you said, like this thing could be announced like next week. After this movie comes out.
I think we're gearing up towards it.
Yeah, absolutely. Was there any other leaks that he mentioned from the?
I mean, other than like Fire Emblem and Splatoon coming out this summer.
Yeah,
not really.
It's gonna be a big summer for Nintendo. That's if everything's true. Trying to get back on Twitter here real quick and see if there's anything else. Let's see. God, some people post so much. It's crazy. New Switch sports game, I believe, was mentioned. We're not sure, or I'm not sure if Nate was.
Oh yeah, he
was positive it was a Switch 2 edition of Switch Sports, or if it's a new one. Rhythm Heaven. I'm not sure if that's been announced already, but he mentioned that as well.
That one's been announced, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. And then he also mentioned Dustblood's coming later in 2026. So that's good news to hear if that's true. And then no 3D Mario in 2026 at all. It is coming, but it's coming out in 2027. Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition plan for 2026 as well. So that could be cool if there's a decent. The Switch 2 editions to me have been extremely hit or miss. But and more, I would say more misses than anything. But yeah, if they can give us like some actually good story content and not just some multiplayer trash, like that could be cool to have that Switch 2 edition of that. Yeah, I think that's everything. So
Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be a good year.
yeah, I mean, if all this stuff lines up, I mean, this is.
I mean,
people are complaining that there's nothing to play on the Switch 2, which is, again, I think is a crazy statement to make, considering the last couple months.
Mhm.
But if you're looking for first party stuff, I mean, gosh, we are coming up on some awesome stuff. I mean, Fire Emblem, Metroid, Star Fox, Zelda, Splatoon. I mean, we're kind of hitting on everything right now, so that's exciting. And Mario, like I want the next Mario, but we've already waited so long at this point. Like, what's another, year? So.
Yeah. What's another year? We can wait.
Yeah. Xbox, they have announced their showcase coming on June 7th, and then immediately following Gears of War E-Day Direct. So very excited about this. I think this confirms Gears coming out this year.
I think it does.
There's still potentially Fable getting delayed because we just don't know at this point in time. Yeah, I expect this game to come out like maybe in like September or October.
Yeah, I think getting it out before GTA.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way there's going to be after or near GTA. I think that would be
like
horrible. But
before GTA and before Fable as well.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I mean, I haven't been super excited for anything Xbox recently, but Gears is the game that I want from them, and obviously Fable. Like Fable looks really good, but Gears, man, like that's such a nostalgic series for me. Back to Dom and Marcus. This is gonna be awesome. I cannot wait for this game. Can't wait to see more of it because we just haven't seen anything since.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything since that reveal trailer a couple years ago.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Did they announce any other games that were going to be here, or just that?
No, just that.
Okay. So we'll see. I think
we'll see more of Halo.
Yeah,
like the campaign remake, and then probably some more Fable. Probably maybe Clockwork Revolution or any other games they have in the pipeline. But
I think the biggest W that Xbox could do with Halo is they do give us another look at the campaign evolved or whatever, and then they drop the campaign, and they're saying, by the way, we're adding multiplayer, and it's just Halo whatever. Like that would be fucking insane. That would be awesome.
Like for free, like
just part of the package. Like it's just Halo, like complete Halo 1 remake.
Yeah,
that would be
such
a W. They'll never do it. But that would be the way to get some hype. I mean, people are excited. I'm excited for this thing, but But yeah, I played that game a million times. Like, it's gonna look prettier. But
like, what else can you do to it?
We don't have it in our news. But was there anything from that extra Xbox partner preview? Did you watch that?
I didn't watch it.
It's pretty terrible. Like,
I don't think there was anything, right? Anything?
there was some interesting games in there, but the presentation itself was really weird. Like after every single game, they would show what they would say, hey, this is the game and when it's coming out. They did it for every single game. And it was just like their timetable of when these games are coming out. It was a very like awkward presentation. It was not one of their better ones. I don't really remember much from.
Did you show off like Stalker 2 DLC or something?
Stalker 2 DLC. They had that one like not Yakuza game, but they presented it as like the main headline, and they showed like a minute of it, and they were like, by the way, tune into another presentation for this game. We're like, well, this was supposed to be
for that thing,
for this thing. It was just very, very weird. But whatever. But yeah, anyways, I'm super excited for the showcase with Gears.
Yeah,
coming out. So very, very excited. And June, is that when is Games Fest? Is that June?
I think it's in June.
Okay.
As well. Yeah. So I'm sure that'll be like linked to it.
Yeah. So yeah, we're starting to ramp up for some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty exciting. Let's see. We talked about Star Fox being in the Mario Galaxy movie already. Pikmin as well.
Yeah.
Which is
they're everywhere.
yeah, just it's interesting. I'm excited to see this thing tomorrow. See what it brings for the future, because it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And then PlayStation, yet another price increase. $600 for the digital PS5, $650, right, for
Jesus. Yeah,
$650 for the physical, and then like $900 for the Pro, which is,
and then $250 for the
Portal. Yeah, man, that's
so fucked.
yeah. I their sales are going to plummet. I mean, their estimations have to be extremely low at this point.
God,
I mean, everybody's doing it. I mean, I full on expect Nintendo at some point to have a price increase, like drop the $450 and just have the $500 bundle with whatever game's coming out. But man, like we were kind of joking, but you know, buying a PS5 is an investment. You could turn around and sell it for
the ROI is pretty insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, that all confirms that next generation is going to be $1,000 for these consoles.
We really need GTA 6 to come out and like save this generation and get the players who have literally been waiting 7 years to pick up a new gen console for this game. Like
I guarantee you there'll be sales for this stuff towards GTA 6 because they're
bundles, like sales.
And I feel bad for people that waited. Like, God, crazy. I mean,
like, it needs the shot in the arm of GTA 6, and I think that's what last gen missed. Like, they didn't have a huge megaton game because GTA 5 was on 360.
360. It's crazy. It's crazy that game.
Yeah,
jeez, man.
So. Yeah, this price increase is nuts, and I feel bad. I feel bad for people who waited this long. Like normally you wait because you expect prices to go down, and normally they do.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the history of consoles and gaming, like that's generally what happens. That you'll have, you'll have because they find a way to not cut corners, but they find ways to like make stuff smaller. Make the chips smaller, just different iterations and stuff like that. And generally speaking, they come with a price reduction. They kind of share the what's the phrase, like share the savings onto the consumer. Hey, power to the player, baby. I mean, jeez, dude. Power. Yeah. I'm just not excited at all for next generation. Like, there's nothing.
Delay it.
Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, we talked to death that we still feel like some of this stuff has barely gotten started with first party. PlayStation really hasn't put out too many first party games this generation. I mean, it's just insane. Like Naughty Dog isn't gonna ship on. Are they gonna ship on, or is that gonna be a PS6 exclusive at this point? I mean, it's crazy.
I think so.
Next God of War, that's PS6. The God of War trilogy remake, that's definitely gonna be PS6. Yeah, I'm just not excited for this stuff at all.
No, and like what? How much better can the hardware be? We're gonna get small gains. Like we're getting to PC levels where you're getting like minuscule improvements to lighting and ray tracing, and it's just not gonna be worth it.
I'm traced out, man. I'm ray traced out. Get rid of that ray guy.
Just give me some good art direction.
Yeah. Is the game fun?
Like, I don't need to have a glare in my eyes playing a game.
Well, that's why I've seen people ever since Crimson Desert came out. I've seen comparisons between Crimson Desert graphics and like Red Dead Redemption 2, and like how the horse, like the muscles in the horse move in comparison, and water effects. And I'm like, that's all cool, but like, was Red Dead Redemption 2 a fun game to play? No, it was not. Like, the movement was horrific. That game was not fun to play.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know it's like considered like one of the best games of all time, but I just don't care. That game is not fun to move around. Like, it feels like you're trying to run uphill in molasses. Like, it's not fun to move around in that world. I'm not saying like the world itself isn't cool and like some cool stories in that world, but
it's real.
Some people just get caught up in like
in realism.
In realism, and like, you know, in like Resident Evil 6, like when you're going in front of a mirror and it doesn't show your reflection, you know, on the Switch 2, I'm like, no part of me was like, damn, like this makes this game like worse.
Oh, with Requiem, yeah.
Or like seeing reflections, like when they were improving Spider-Man 2 and putting like ray tracing and showing off reflections in the water puddles. I'm like, why are we spending money on this? Like, why are we spending precious development time adding this stuff into this
game? Why are you on the ground as Spider-Man?
Like who get up there? Who cares? Like, no, yeah, get up there. What are you doing? Oh yeah, it's just people. Oh man, and I know it's like a small crowd, like on, you know, the loudest people on Twitter that are complaining about this stuff, but I feel like developers listen to these specific people all the time, and they're adding all this crap into games where
that's why everyone has a photo mode.
Yeah, and again, like, I'm not saying Nintendo is perfect, but they start out with, okay, let's make a new Mario game. Let's create a fun mechanic around this game, or, you know, for this game specifically, and then we'll build around it. It's always gameplay first with Nintendo. And I'm not saying every single Nintendo game is fun to play. I mean, Dragon Drive came out last year, and, you know, hey, that's fun, I guess.
Fun for some.
You know, Peach Showtime, like, not the greatest game in the world, but, you know. So, yeah, just, man, let's get back to having fun. And you know what's fun? Kena Bridge of Spirits is a fun video game.
Yeah, going back. I like it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what we're kind of missing, is like fun.
Where's the fun?
Fun versus realism. And it's hard to get both. Like Last of Us 2, I think is a fun game to play. Like, I like all the mechanics in that game. You know, and visually it looks really great. But not all games are like that. Same thing with like God of War. I like the way that game played is, but I don't know. I think we just get so caught up on making everything as hyper realistic as possible.
Yeah, the closer consoles get to the PC landscape, people start to care more and more about fidelity.
Yeah.
And they're not actually playing games. They're just putting them up on a screen. They take a picture or a screenshot and they say, wow, guys, that looks amazing. And then they close the game.
Yeah.
That's what everyone on every Steam
Deck. The Horizon DLC, that one, whenever people were like this, they were like, this is peak gameplay. And I'm like, bro, this is a cutscene. You're just standing there watching and like, what are we doing? Like, and now look, hey, everybody wanted 4K and high fidelity graphics and ray tracing and being able to see your shadow and being blinded by the sun in your video games. And guess what? Now we're paying for it out of our own pockets, because now the shit is so expensive that we are paying for it literally. So good job, gamers. You won. You won at what cost? Yeah. Anyways,
fun way to end this.
fun way to end it. Anyways, Pocopia is fun.
Yeah, Pocopia is fun.
Resident Evil 9 is really fun.
Super Meat Boy is fun.
Yeah. Anyways, Nick, is there any other news that we missed, or I think we hit everything?
I think that's it. I think we did it all.
We did it.
Go us.
We did it.
All right.
So I've told the podcast before, but we have ducks and we now have rats. And we never had them before. And I guess my theory on why we're getting them now is they're across the street. They're building a house, so they've been tearing down a lot of trees. So we're thinking a lot of those maybe mice and the rodents were over there have migrated over to our side, and they're like, oh, duck food. Let's steal that. Same thing kind of happened years ago. Our neighbors had a field and they had cut it down, and we had like a ton of rats come over. But we had our other cat, which was the murderer. So our one cat we have, he goes outside, but he's older. He doesn't hunt. You know,
Mhm.
he didn't love it for the for the love of the game. You know, like our other cat did.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've noticed it the last couple of nights, and it started out in like the actual like big metal coop we have.
Mhm.
And I saw something over there, and I was like, and then I checked it out, and it was I think it was a mouse, but now like we're getting like some fat rats.
Have they breached your house?
They have not breached the house. We think they're living underneath the deck, which is not good. So today I went out, and I'm like of two minds because I'm like, okay, well I can get rat poison, and I did get one container that's got the poison in it. So like it's stuff you see around restaurants and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I've got that out there. I'm gonna see how that does. But the only concern is if they eat it and then they die underneath the deck, and then we've got like a rotting carcass, and there's no way for me to be able to get underneath there to grab it. So that's where we're kind of at, and so we'll see how it goes. I may just have to buy like some traps and just trap them and then release them elsewhere. So we're gonna see how that goes.
Oh, keep us all updated.
Yeah. So, yeah, just the fun perks of dealing with livestock.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and again, we've had zero, other than the one time we had like a vulture coming around for like a day, and once I shoot it up, I don't think it's coming around again. Other than that, we have no issues with any other foxes, any other animals at all that we've noticed. But yeah, we've seen them pretty often now. So yeah, there's some like New York style fat rats. Pretty nasty.
I mean, they're eating pretty good.
Well, they are. Yeah, they're eating super good. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. All right, Nick. Any final thoughts before we wrap everything up?
Nope. No rats here.
No rats here.
No rats here.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate everyone listening, watching, and all that great stuff. If you can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, I would greatly appreciate it. We would greatly appreciate it. And then if you ever want to come tune in live and chat with us while we're recording, we live stream usually every Monday, of course, around 8:45. Sorry. So yeah, if you ever want to come in and hang out with us, feel free to do so. And I'll be back next week with Mario Galaxy impressions. It's gonna be good.
Let's go. All right. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.